Welcome to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. In this segment, Pat and James present Sitreps, What's Going Right. Basically, we talk about the things in our world that are actually working out and that we're kind of proud of. This was done in the context of an event that occurred in the US on January 20th and how we're sort of navigating a new and interesting time. Hope you enjoy.
Hey, James.
Yep.
I want a sit rep. What is going on with you?
Well, as some people may know, there was a big event yesterday, Monday. Today is the 21st when we're recording this, that I'm trying to navigate and deal with, which is an externality, big negative. But, you know, we can't ignore it. You can't walk away. You've got to navigate. But there is a time and a place, and we do have to maintain our sanity. And, you know, for me, part of that is looking at, okay, this big thing is going wrong. What's going right? And one of the nice things that happened in the last week is with a client, I had a meeting with the agent that we found for the project.
Mm-hmm.
And the agent is one of the sweetest people. The agency is really dedicated to their clients. They have so many services that they offer to allow people to interact, to cross-pollinate, to share material, to do all this really, really cool stuff. And you can tell that they've really put a lot of effort into building community around themselves and around the people that they work with. So it's not like, thank you for joining. I'm going to give you some vague bit of guidance that I expect you to follow, and now I'm going to walk away.
Right?
And that felt really good,
Mm.
right? Felt really good to connect with someone who really wants to support creative people who themselves are creative in how they're doing it. And it felt good because, you know, working with this client, we were able to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a long shot to begin with, but, you know, we did. And there's a lot of positive energy coming from that.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to carry me through as we deal with a lot of inanity coming from somewhere else.
Okay.
And even though, you know, I'm here to fight the inanity, I'm also here to celebrate good stuff and enjoy good stuff
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, do my best to put out good stuff. And
Interesting.
so that felt really, really, really nice. And there were some other interactions that I had last week around the creative work that was really positive. And, you know, no, there's no big major breakthrough. The big, you know, check isn't coming yet. But nonetheless, there's always oh,
Time's up,
there it
James.
is. Time's up for James.
Ha!
I'm done. So let me just finish. You know, it's always a
No, I'm
meal of,
sorry. Time is up.
oh God damn
No,
it.
I'm kidding.
You're
I
so
want you to finish.
it's to quote the great Bruce Springsteen, it's often a meal of caviar and dirt. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, the caviar's there. You just gotta, you know, seek it out. So uh, that's what I'm gonna do.
Very inspirational. Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
that.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I'm going to set the timer for 2.5 minutes
All
for
right, two and a
myself
half minutes
now.
for Pat. See if she can bring it in.
Okay.
All
Right.
right, so let's Pat, I'm gonna ask you the question. What the hell's going on?
Okay. Sit rep. Well, on the very small level of something fun that happened, I ordered 2 Gifted Underachiever notebooks from, our
Mm,
shop over at Redbubble, which isn't quite launched yet, but getting there, and, they're cute. They're cute as hell.
you're awesome.
I love getting real stuff. And on the longer, sort of bigger picture, I kind of got used to, over the last couple years, the idea that I'm floating down a river completely out of control, and all I can do is hang on to the raft. So, whatever comes up, I feel it's, you know what? That surprised the fuck out of me, but never mind. It was meant to happen. I just didn't know about it because my context is too narrow. So, what's gone right lately? I got an email from the publisher of my little book asking
Mhm.
me for a photograph because guess what? It's for this publication called BC Bookworld, which
Ah.
guess what? I was in 27 years ago the first time I won that contest.
Ah,
And, still have the clipping. My dad wrote the date on the bottom of the clipping, and I had it in a file of his stuff. So, and my dad died 22 years ago. So it's really, cool to now have to produce a photograph, uh, for that same publication, and I feel like, wow, that's all I really wanted was to be back in BC Bookworld. So that's really exciting. I don't know in what capacity I'm gonna be back in there. They have a number of ways you can show up, and I have a feeling mine'll be like 3 lines with my photograph, which is as it should be. And let's see now, what else is going on? I just feel like, life gets more and more exciting. You know that curse, "May you live in interesting times?"
yes.
That's what's happening. It's very interesting being, in the, apartment above a meth lab, or should I say Canada? But, Canada be the apartment, not the meth lab. But, we're hanging in too, and we'll just see what happens. And now I'm done because I can see the damn timer going 9,
No, don't
8,
don't don't let the
7.
timer be your boss. Boss timer.
Too late.
Tell us about okay,
Ah,
there it is.
phew, time's up. Well, that was kind of fun doing a really,
That is
time
that
sensitive
is
one.
kind of fun. So I have 2 questions, right?
Okay.
So, one, actually, I have a congratulations and attaboy for Pat, which is the work that you're doing on the merch stuff is really, really awesome,
Oh,
and there's
thanks.
really cool stuff, and I think it's fantastic. Your design, your eye is really, really good.
Thank you.
Let, everybody out what is it? BC Book?
Oh, BC Bookworld, and I forgot to mention, I did get a really great review in another, publication for this same book. So the one they asked for a picture is BC Bookworld. I'm excited because 'cause I'm a big fan of that publication. It was founded by a guy named Alan Twigg, and he's a real mensch. So, yeah.
And well, for those of us who don't know what BC Bookworld is.
Oh, it's sort of like an old newspaper, like a broadsheet kind of,
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, and it's just all about books in BC,
Wow. So
books and
is it
writers.
primarily people walking around Vancouver, you know, getting their coffee are gonna say, "Ooh, let's look at this."
It's published, I think, every month or every couple months, probably actually every couple of months, and it's available at libraries. You know how when you go into a library, there's all these publications at the door, or
Mhm.
there are up here sometimes?
Yeah.
BC Bookworld is one of those ones, or you can actually sign it out of the library, or you can subscribe, whatever you
Oh,
want.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool. All right. Well done.
thank you, thank you so
And
much.
you brought it in under time too. Very, very nice time management.
Thank you so much, thank you. That's the sit reps, short and sweet.
All right. We're done. Thanks for listening to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. We'd love to hear how we're doing, so please leave a comment, join our chat page, or send us an email at giftedunderachievers@substack.com. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and anywhere else where you like to get podcasts. Have an awesome day.